Hey, Matt here. Welcome to MOBStreet. This is a live version. Happy Halloween. And just had something wanted to go over with everybody real quick. With the holidays coming up, I thought it might be helpful to do a video on where to find parts for your TW200. So I'm out here with my 2019 right before all the kids start showing up for Halloween. But just a few places that you can go for parts. The first one that I recommend, which is the one that I'm most familiar with, the one that I use all the time, is Rocky Mountain ATV. Now, they've got like a good place for like all this tusk stuff. So the hand guards, the bag, I've got their handlebar risers, the foot pegs, and on the other bike, I've also got the rear rack. So normally I recommend Rocky Mountain ATV just because it's the one, like I said, that I'm the most familiar with when it comes to parts and accessories. Where I did work there before, I'm really familiar with their system, not to mention all the aftermarket stuff. But with them being like a Yamaha dealer, you have access to all the OEM parts as well. So if you need like gaskets or O-rings or anything like stock related to the bike, you can pick it up there. So they're the ones that I usually use, and I always have their links down in the description below the videos, because one, they've got a whole bunch of stuff, and two, it is, and I've got an affiliate set up with them. So if you guys buy stuff from the links in the description below, I do get a little bit of it. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra. It's just something that I've got set up with Rocky Mountain. Makes it a whole lot easier for me to go out and make videos like this as well. So that's one of the reasons that I use them. And then the other place that you can go is ProCycle. ProCycle has all sorts of stuff. So they're the ones that are going to be using, or that have, like the aftermarket suspension and just all sorts of parts and accessories for them. So ProCycle is a really good one to use. And then not only ProCycle, but Bradley Performance Products. Now, he's more new to the scene, and he's the one that's doing like the ATV rear wheel kits, the disc brake kits, different sprockets, timing sprocket advancement, stuff like that. He's the one that's doing that stuff. And in all honesty, I like what he's doing, because he's taking everything that the folks have like said, hey, I want the TW to be this, or I want the TW to be that, or I want this for it or that for it, and they actually go out and make it. So when it comes to parts for the TW and things that people have been asking for, I gotta hand it to Bradley Performance, because he's one of the ones that's actually doing stuff for them. And the thing is I've seen some folks that have been a little bit negative about the stuff that he's making, like, oh, it doesn't fit just right, or oh, it's this or that. You know what? At least he's building this stuff for us. He's out there doing the R&D on it and sending it out. And I got that rear wheel kit that I put on a friend of mine, like I put it on his bike, and that sucker was awesome. I mean, the quality was there. Yeah, I mean, the fit and finish wasn't 100%, but who cares? I mean, he's out there making the stuff. And the cool thing is when we get the stuff from him and then we give him our feedback, that's when these parts and pieces become more refined. That's the way for him to go, okay, well, there was this and this and this, so the next version that I make might have a slight tweak here and there, might have this, might have that. So if you get stuff from him and it doesn't fit the way that you want it, guess what? Give him a holler. Just say, hey, look, it didn't fit, this, that, the other, or it worked great. Give him the feedback so that he can help get that stuff fixed, because he's out there making the stuff that a lot of the TW folks have been asking for. So we've got Rocky Mountain, we've got ProCycle, we've got Bradley Performance Products. And with the Bradley Performance Products too, when we were out at TW Fest, there was a lot of folks out there that had a lot of his stuff on their bikes, and they were all really satisfied with it. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. And I will make sure to put the links in the description. So the one for Rocky Mountain, the one for ProCycle, the one for Bradley Performance, and then also another one who's making some parts is TW200. Now, he's been in some of the videos that we've done, so he went and did the ride with us when we went up to Sawtooth, when we went up to Springville. So he's got some stuff that's made for it as well. Now, all of his stuff is like 3D printed stuff. So he's got a few things for it. And you guys, there's a bunch of others, but to cover all the main stuff that you want for your TW, you know, if you want to give a little hint to your wife or to your spouse saying, hey, Christmas is coming, you might want to look at this or that for the TW, it might not be a bad way to go. For the majority of stuff, ProCycle has a huge variety of stuff on there. Rocky Mountain has a big variety of stuff. Revzilla, I don't know that their stuff is more machine specific, whereas it's more universal. So like with the handlebars and everything, they're just a stock 7/8 handlebars, and you can get basically any handlebar, 7/8 handguard, risers, you know, accessories that fit like a 7/8 bar setup. You can get most of that stuff, you know, from a bunch of different people, because a lot of that is going to be universal. One thing that I did see that I haven't seen anywhere else, ProCycle has a taller rider kit. So if you're like above the 6-foot range, they have a kit that extends the bars 5 inches, but then they also give you, or excuse me, they don't give it to you, but you buy in the kit. They have an extended steel brake line, and they also have an extended clutch cable. So I think they give you the things that you need to, plus wire harness extension, so you can extend the height of your bars about 5 inches, and they give you pretty much everything that you need to take those bars a little bit higher. So if you're not happy, you know, with the stock setup, or if you're a little bit taller rider, it brings those bars up quite a bit, which makes it quite a bit easier to stand if you are a little bit taller. So they have foot pegs. Rocky Mountain has foot pegs. Amazon has a lot of stuff for the TW200. That's where I've seen a lot of sprockets and chains coming from. Also, tires. So the Shinko tires that I use and that a lot of other people use, so those Shinko 241s, you can get those on, you know, Rocky Mountain or Amazon. I haven't seen those yet on ProCycle. I think you can get them at Revzilla also. But the links, again, I will put those down below. Another thing, if you are looking for, so I've got those Dunlop K180s on my 2021. They are an extremely good road tire. They wear like iron. I've got, I think, over 4,000 miles on them, and you can't even really tell that I've been using them as much as I have. But those are on Amazon or Rocky Mountain ATV. So depending on what kind of parts you're looking for, if you're looking for stock, I would check out Rocky Mountain. ProCycle has some that I think that they get from other places, whereas Rocky Mountain, where they're, like I said, an OEM dealer, because they have a dealership and access to all the OEM parts. They've got the part schematics and everything that you can pull up. So it's basically like going to your Yamaha dealer, and you can pull up, you know, that on Rocky Mountain and go, okay, I need a clutch cover gasket, I need an O-ring, I need, you know, and you can get all the stock parts for your TW200 there. So I like Rocky Mountain for that. And they are actually making a really big push for the TW200. They were out, so some of their guys were out at TW Fest that we had, you know, back there in September. And we were all telling them, hey, we like this. I even straight up told them what I don't like about their rear rack, so that maybe, you know, version 2.0 will come out. But stock parts, I really recommend Rocky Mountain for that stuff. For like some of the more TW specific aftermarket parts, ProCycle, you can't really go wrong with. They're good folks. And then, like I said, you know, you've got the Bradley Performance for the bigger aftermarket, like gnarly stuff that that a lot of people are looking for. Different size sprockets. I mean, multiple size sprockets you can get there. Also, a few on Amazon as well. And then, lastly, like I said, you know, that 3W200, he's got a few little parts here and there, and those are the ones that I'm familiar with. Now, one thing I do want to let you guys know is I'm not going to recommend anything to you that I haven't used, or anything where you're just like, oh, he's just trying to sell this or he's just trying to sell that. I'm not going to do that, because I think that's absolutely stupid to do when you could just tell that somebody's putting something up on their videos because they're like, oh, they just want to get paid for that. No, there's been things that I've actually turned down promoting simply because it won't do you guys any good. You know, there's stuff that I'm just like, nah, no thanks. That's not something I want to give to my audience, because it's not relevant to the TW or anything that we're doing. So anyways, if there are any questions, please put those in the comments. And then if there's, I mean, let's make this an open discussion too. If there's other places that you guys get your parts for the TW, please put those down below so that other folks can find out where to go, what you guys recommend, what you've used, and if there's stuff that you do like, you don't like, comment on it so that we know, okay, well, let's steer clear from this, or okay, let's just, you know, not use this or that or whatever, or hey, we all really recommend this, like those freaking Tusk handguards. I have put those things through the ringers plenty of times. I've fallen over. My kids fall over. I think I've probably fallen more than they have, though. So anyways, I hope you guys found this informative and a very happy Halloween. And just remember, the holidays are coming up. Click on the links below the video to find what it is that you're looking for the TW, or to make a list so that you can give to your significant other and say, hey, for Christmas or whatever, I might be looking at that. So, Lemon Joe, you've been through the ringer. Hey, thanks for commenting there. I've been there as well. So, anyways, Matt with MOBStreet, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We've got more TW content coming. So, stay tuned, hit like, hit subscribe, and share this with all of your TW buddies so that we can get more here into our TW community. Matt with MOBStreet, and thanks for watching.